Hello boys and girls, welcome back to another edition of Geometry Excellent on the EOC television. Alright, here we go. So what are we going to do today? We're given an acute angle of a right triangle. Okay, right triangles, I'm good at those. Students will be able to identify the opposite side, adjacent side, and hypotenuse. Ooh, good new vocab. Alright, so let's look at this. So if you see a triangle problem on the EOC, there's four main strategies, so fix that to four. The first, you can solve using similarity. And generally that's with proportions. Next, what can you do? Starts with a P. You know what it is? Rhymes with Agreean. Oh yeah, Pythagorean theorem. That's a squared plus b squared equals c squared. Boom, right there. The third we went over before, those are the special right triangles. And what are the special right triangles? You remember them? There's two of them. You remember them? Yeah, 45, 45, 90. And what's the other one? Yeah, 30. Oop, let me draw a dash. 30. 60, 90. Alright, cool, got that. Alright, what we got now? The new one is going to be trigonometry. And that's going to be our famous SOHCAHTOA. You may not know what that means right now, but you will very shortly. SOHCAHTOA. That is a very famous saying that you're going to learn pretty soon. Okay, so first, let's take a look at this. We got four strategies. What strategy would you use to solve the following problems? Okay, so the first one right here. So here's the first one. So I'm given a hypotenuse, and here is a side, and so I need to get the other side. So that's going to be Pythagorean theorem, easy. A squared plus b squared equals c squared. Got it. This one right here, number 2 to the right, this one is going to be, I'm going to solve using proportions. These are similar triangles because they're embedded in each other, so this is similarity. Easy. Okay, so now here's a new one over here on the far right. So check this out. I'm given an angle now. So I can't use Pythagorean theorem because I don't have the other side. I can only use Pythagorean theorem when I have two given sides, like over here. So this one is going to be trigonometry. Trigonometry. So generally when you have angles in it, you're going to be looking for trigonometry problems, okay? So like for example this one right here, I have two sides, so I can find this side if I want using Pythagorean theorem, but I need to find the angle. So if I'm looking at angles, that's a trigonometry problem. Trigonometry. Gotta spell it right. Okay, how about this one right here? I've given two sides, so yeah, that's Pythagorean theorem. No angles there. Ooh, let's check this out. Oh, 30, 60. I'm looking at the angles, 30, 60, 90, so I know all those already. Yeah, what's this going to be? 7 radical 3. This is going to be 14, so this is a 30, 60, 90 triangle. Okay, so you got these ones. Whoop, 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 whoop. Ready to go. So let's see if you can get the other ones right here. Pause the video and see if you can get them. Ready, set, go. Alright, this one, you just need to know the sum of the angles of a triangle. That one's a little different. What'd you get for this one? Similarity, that's what I got. What'd you get for this one? Oh, 45, 45, 90. Yeah, you recognize that? That's 10 radical 2 right there. 45 here, 45 here. How about here? Oh, another 45, 45, 90. Yeah, so this would be 3 and 3. This is similarity. Nice job. And last one, yeah, another similarity one. Or you can use, you can also use 45, 45, 90. Because I see it, isosceles, right, triangles. Boom. Okay, so all those are different ways of solving triangles. So one of the ways that's new is our trigonometry. So what we're going to look at is right triangle ABC right here. So here's A, B, C. Right triangle's got a right angle. Okay. Name the side of the triangle opposite A. So angle A. So here's angle A. So indicate angle A right there. Opposite is straight across. I generally draw a line. So this is the side opposite angle A, and that is C to B. Boom. C to B right here. Okay? Now, what is the side opposite angle B? So here's B. Let's indicate that right there. Opposite, I draw a straight line. So this is the side right here. So that's going to be A to C. Whoop, right there. Okay? Let's do another one. Which side of the triangle is opposite angle C? See if you can do it on your own. Here's angle C right here. What's opposite? Pause it. Okay, good. Welcome back. Let's see. So that's opposite. So this side right here, that would be A to B. Got it. All right, so let's look at this. In trigonometry, we need to label the hypotenuse, adjacent, and opposite sides with respect to the reference angle. Write that down in your notes. Pause the video if you have to. In order to use trigonometry, we need to label the sides of the triangle as either hypotenuse, practice spelling it, write this in your notes, in your notebook, adjacent, and opposite. Okay, we're going to practice that right now. So what does that mean? So we know how to solve the right triangles using 36, 90, 45, 45, 90, similarity, Pythagorean theorem, but now here's the new one, so we're breaking it down for you right now. Alright, so the reference angle will always be given to you. So here's the reference angle, that's theta right there. So that's pronounced theta. That's a Greek letter, meaning that this is the angle that's indicated, okay? So, look at this right here. The first thing I always label is my hypotenuse right there. So opposite the right angle, boom, right there, is my hypotenuse. So that's always locked in. Always, always, always do that. So over here, that's the hypotenuse right there, so lock it in. That's the easiest one to identify. Then you look at your reference angle. So our reference angle here is theta. So we just looked at the opposite one, right? So opposite that is, so opposite. Which leaves that the one that's touching the angle, that's not the hypotenuse, is the adjacent. Adjacent means right next to, and so it's the one that's not the opposite. Okay, let's look at that again. Over here. So obviously this is the hypotenuse, it's opposite the right angle. Good. Here is my theta, here is my angle, and so opposite is going to be here. What's the one that's missing that's still touching the angle? That is the adjacent. So there we go, we labeled all of them. Let's practice one more, then you're going to be on your own, okay? So look at this. So here is F. So this is the indicated reference angle. The reference angle is what I'm looking at. But first, I just write the hypotenuse there. Opposite here is going to be D to E. And so the one that's touching the angle that's not the opposite or the hypotenuse is adjacent. Boom. All right, let's look at this one right here. So I got A, B, C right there. So here's the reference angle. So first, hypotenuse, lock it in. Right, opposite the right angle, easy. Opposite here, adjacent there. Got it. Okay, see if you can do the others. Pause the video. Ready, set, go. Alright, great job. Check it out. So here it is. So this one, let's see if you got it. This is the hypotenuse, and this is the opposite, and this is the adjacent. Got it. This is the hypotenuse, this is the opposite, this is the adjacent. How about this one? This is the hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. This one, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent. Raise your hand if you're getting stuck, and your teacher will come over and help you. Hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent, hypotenuse, opposite, adjacent, and hypotenuse, opposite, and adjacent right there. Great work, great work, great work. Let's try this one. Last thing we're going to do today. Let's read the instructions first, always very important. Determine which strategy you should use to solve the problem below using trigonometry, the Pythagorean theorem, or similarity. Okay? If the Pythagorean theorem, solve for x. If trigonometry, label the sides. Okay. So the first one here, here's number one. Let's call this number one. We have two sides and we have a missing side. So that's going to be trigonometry, isn't it? So that's going to be a squared plus b squared equals c squared. No, sorry, this isn't trigonometry. This is Pythagorean theorem. So a is going to be, let's call it this is A right here, this is B, this is hypotenuse, this is C. So let's say this is A squared plus 90 squared equals 98 squared. And then you solve, and you get A equals whatever. You can solve that on your own. Next one, look at this over here. We have, an angle, and we have another side. So this would mean I need trigonometry because I don't have two sides like I have here. Okay, so let's label now. First, hypotenuse. Opposite, this is the reference angle 56, so this is the opposite, and therefore this 56 over here on that side is the adjacent. Okie dokie. Now look at this. This one we have 10, and this is 10, so this is going to be a isosceles right triangle, 45, 45, 90, so this one is 10 radical 2 right there. Cool. Let's try this. What are we going to use? Pythagorean theorem here. What are we going to use? You can do the rest, okay? So your teacher will help check, see if you can do the rest. Ready, set, nice job, go.